professionals. So much can happen over the course of a year. It can be easy to miss things or even to forget. So with that in mind, I've got Erik here to help me out, and we're going to do you a solid.
Yep, we are going to go back through 2019, month by month, and remind you about some of the amazing games, or popular games, or great selling games that released last year.
I mean, the best place to start is probably the top of the year, right? So let's do January.
All right, well, we definitely kicked 2019 off the right way in January with Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2, both of which were nominees at the 2019 Game Awards. And January also brought us New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. I'm going to tell you, I spent a lot of time in Super Mario U Deluxe. Even though I already played it, for some reason on the Switch, it just felt even better.
It's a nice time killer. You play it, you're not going to have a bad time, obviously.
No, a great time.
Who's your go-to character?
Well, you know, I don't want to cheat,
okay.
So I kind of stuck with Mario. But I mean, playing with Toadette's still fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
February, hey, by the way, happened. Anthem released, a highly anticipated new game from BioWare. The reception was pretty mixed, but the rumor is that BioWare is working on a giant 2.0 update for the game. In February, we also got games like Jump Force, Far Cry New Dawn, Crackdown 3, and the 2019 Action Game of the Year nominee, Metro Exodus. I'm proud of Anthem having for 2.0 action, you know?
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing big things with it. I know maybe Anthem wasn't what everybody expected, but I think
the score looks better on a 100-point scale than a 5-point scale, maybe?
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, as we headed into spring, March delivered the newest game from the creator of Dark Souls and Bloodborne. You might have heard of this one. It's called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, which went on to win Game of the Year at the 2019 Game Awards. March also brought us the 2019 Action Game of the Year winner, Devil May Cry 5, another one that I enjoyed a lot this year. Other games that released in March include Tom Clancy's The Division 2, MLB 19 The Show, and another Game Awards nominee and another favorite of mine, the adorable Yoshi's Crafted World. Sorry, I love platformers, it's just how it is.
It's okay, Alicia agrees with you.
Yeah.
Things took a dark and gory turn in April when Fighting Game of the Year nominee Mortal Kombat 11 dropped. We also got a pair of zombie-themed games, the PS4 exclusive Days Gone, and a surprise hit and fan favorite, World War Z. I have that game, and I actually plan on playing it this month with a friend because the hype surrounding it is one of those games that you can't shy away from. You want to find out what it's all about.
Do you think, I mean, obviously the game is good and there was hype there, but do you think it's because it's a movie tie-in to a movie that came out like years and years ago and people were like, why is this happening? And then when it came out, it was good. People were like, whoa, I didn't expect this.
I think so, because you hear it and you ask the question like, wasn't that a movie a while back? It'd be like if you suddenly decide to come out with a game called, I don't know, The Sandlot. And you think to yourself, oh, that wasn't that a movie? I'm gonna play The Sandlot and see if it's any good.
It's a baseball sim game.
Would you play it?
Yeah, I'd probably try it out.
It'd be dope.
All right, so in May, we got a pair of vehicle-focused games with Bethesda's open-world epic, Rage 2, which changed things up a bit from the first one, and the latest entry in Sega's popular kart racing series, Team Sonic Racing, which I still think is a great kart racing series. It's really good.
It's a nice way to end friendships.
Yeah, absolutely.
I made that joke back in summer, too, about it's the best that he looked all summer.
Yes, you did.
But they fixed that movie,
and
so.
people loved it.
Yeah, they did.
He looks good now.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
Hey, summer looked good too. It started off strong in June with the Game Awards nominated Super Mario Maker 2 and the winner of 2019's Best Sports or Racing Game, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. We also got the spiritual successor to the Castlevania series, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Let's time out for a second.
Yeah.
Crash Team Racing, Best Sports or Racing Game winner.
Yeah, the best sports game of 2019, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Yeah, not Madden.
No.
Not the show.
No,
not NBA.
Not 2K20.
Whoever's in soccer. No wrestling games.
No.
You know why? It was glitchless, I think. That's why.
Crash. Plus, I think people were just ready for the return of Crash Team Racing.
Boogadada.
So there was no shortage of big games in July, with the Game Awards winner for Best Strategy Game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, as well as a lot of other big games like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order,
Played it.
Dragon Quest Builders 2,
Played it.
and Wolfenstein Youngblood. We also got a little game you're familiar with, Shadowbringers, which is the latest expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, which, by the way, had 3 nominations at the Game Awards.
Erik, that's 3 noms and 0 wins. It should have won Best Ongoing Game. And I would tell you why, but we're on a schedule.
At the Adrian Awards, it won.
My heart. In August, we got the latest installment in the long-running football franchise Madden NFL 20, as well as the first entries in some brand new series, including 2019 Game of the Year nominee Control, Best Action Game nominee Astral Chain, and the newest adventure from Supermassive Games, The Dark Pictures Man of Medan. Astral Chain was a surprise.
Yeah.
In terms of how much customization you had in the game, from even the menu colors that you could do, which sounds silly, but it's kind of pleasing aesthetically on the eyes when you're switching your hands.
A very interesting hybrid when you take the pedigree of sort of that Bayonetta feel that you've gotten some of the action, but then there's also that exploration and sort of detective work going on. Really interesting game. So as we headed into fall, September brought us, as you might expect, new sports games like NBA 2K20 and FIFA 20, as well as a trio of Game Awards nominees. Just a few little games like Borderlands 3, Gears 5, and my personal favorite game of the year, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Oh, that's right. We don't have like a Eric's Choice of the Year, do we?
No, we didn't. But there you go. There's my pick. That's the
Link's
one
Awakening?
I think I enjoyed the most.
You play the original, obviously, too. This one, it stacks up?
I never did play the original,
What?
and I think that might be why I love it. That's my favorite style Zelda game, like, Link to the Past and that style. So having never played it, this was my first experience, and I really liked it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed October, too, because it has something for everyone, whether it was a fresh take on a familiar franchise in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, a journey to someplace completely new in the Outer Worlds, or some not-so-spooky exploration in Luigi's Mansion 3. You were also introduced to some less conventional adventures in Concrete Genie and Ring Fit Adventure. Every one of the games I just mentioned, by the way, were either winners or nominees at the Game Awards. And I mean, I'm proud of Outer Worlds for showing out.
Yeah.
It was hyped up for a long time, and I think it lived up to all the hype that it had.
I think a lot of people were like, well, we're not sure where this is going to go. And then it launched, and everybody was like, oh, no, this is exactly what we want.
And Luigi's Mansion 3, I feel like we talked about there maybe 2 months tops.
Yeah.
Suppose like Outer Worlds was like 4 or 5 months, and I've heard nothing but great things.
It is great. I love Luigi's Mansion. So much fun. So in November, as you might expect, we got some pretty heavy hitters, including Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Need for Speed Heat, Just Dance 2020, and one of the biggest nominees and winners at the 2019 Game Awards. I'm sure nobody's surprised by this, Death Stranding.
I mean, it's Kojima.
It's gonna win.
And we spent months trying to describe this game, and even seeing it come out and watching it being played, you still just can't really explain what you're doing, kinda? I can't. But when you play it, it explains itself.
That's exactly it. Kojima defies convention. He doesn't want to be something that you can put in a box. He says, instead, put it in a backpack and carry it to that hologram.
Schrodinger's Kojima, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
In December, well, let's just say December gave us a chance to catch up on playing all the games that released earlier in the year.
I mean, yeah, there was a couple digital releases and things.
There were some good titles, but it's been a long year.
Little title from the creator of one of my favorites back in the day, Katamari.
Yeah, what's on?
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is. It's out there.
So there are still things to play, but there you go. An entire year's worth of games, big releases, shrunken down into just a few minutes for you. If you missed out on playing any of the games we just mentioned, stop by your local GameStop store or go to GameStop.com to pick them up today. You might even be able to find them pre-owned and save yourself some money.
Okay, we, buddies, are going to take a quick break, but there's a lot more GameStop TV still ahead. We'll be right back.
No beef.
None.
Hey, you know what? This is my friend. You know who else is my friend? You. And you know what friends do? They like, they subscribe, and they comment.